Hi, I'm Nate Serralo. You're watching Photolearningism. We're ready to dig into another evening of looking at some photos that I took recently. Starting to experiment more with the human interest connection into nature and the composition out there. So we can go ahead and dig into that. Let's see. As soon as I get my scene up. Okay. So here's the next shot. What I've been trying to do with this one is get some kind of sequence of leaves kind of built and giving some kind of depth. I don't really know that I actually accomplished that in this shot, but hey, it's first attempt, so let's take it for what it is and learn from what we can. So next thing up is we need to do our tweaks to colorizing. So let's get that done. Try to go through the hops of pulling in the lights, pulling in the darks. And then let's get that done. By the way, you're listening to this nice clear audio courtesy of my brother and sister-in-law. Thank you for this brand new microphone. It's lovely. There we go. Start to dig out some more of the pieces of it. Just see. Yeah, let's merge that in. So I don't want to avoid doing is I don't want to strip away so much or accentuate so much that we lose the heart of it. So let's keep some of that. There. Okay, now I'm going to focus it. Actually, on second thought, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to increase areas of blurring. See if we can give it more kind of that look of there's a lot of depth in this shot. Hey, Paul. Mr. Family Craft Dad, how are you? Thanks for joining. You're in time to catch one of the structured shots I was working on here. Possibly not as exciting as the last one, but hey, it's something. Just adding in a little bit of surface blur, and we're going to throw on some vignette. Try to tighten up what we're doing there. Okay, it's a start. Let's take it in the other directions that we normally do. And I want to try to tweak it with the monochrome. It's going well. Enjoying the experience of talking out to the liveness out there. How are you? So yes, digging in here to, first of all, black and white. This is going to be nice because the leaves are very bright, the rest is very dark. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens here. Let's play with our visual mapper here. It's getting to be a little bolder on the left there, but that's not a bad thing. There we go. Kind of like how it forces you to really pick out the leaves of that one. It's nice. I think this is my 4th attempt here at trying to stream this out. Still learning some of the ins and outs of how the streamer software works and what it's capable of doing. Let's save that out. And I appreciate you joining me, Family Craft Dad. It's great to actually see you and have somebody to talk to. Having done this a couple of times adds to the experience of what's going on here. It's fun. I'm going to roll this back to color. And let's throw it as kind of the brownish tint because that adds kind of a different charm to it. So that same kind of effect on there. Huh. We'll take it. Yeah, I figured as much. It's just, I don't know. Kind of in my nature, I guess. But as long as you can hear me, I guess that's good enough. Let's see. So that kind of wraps this one. Again, this, sure, I'll take company. If you got company, that'd be awesome. Can share this experience with others, why not? So this particular one I was attempting to purposefully arrange the leaves to get out of it what I was looking for, and you can be the judge of whether or not it actually looks like something worthwhile. But yeah, it was the idea of taking 8 elements of nature and putting them in my own composition to try to create something of depth, something of interest. So let's fire up another one. I wanted to try one of the human connection ones again because those come out really well. The one I was looking at is here. I can tell that my computer is built for lightning speed here. Okay, there we go. So there was another version of this one that we worked on last time, which came out really cool. It was more of a macro shot. I'll just bring that up for your benefit and for reference. We did 3 different passes at it, and this is it. And it was really cool because I got really up close to the fingers, and especially these monochrome ones just really picked out a lot of the imperfections and made it look real. Really loved those. So I wanted to get back to something like this and dig into another shot. This is a little wider, but again, I think it has some good potential. So let's fire up some of the additives here. And then likewise the other side. And you'll see there's a little bit of an arc to the picture. That's because it's taken with a fisheye. And kind of the blessing and curse of doing that is that you get a wider shot, but you get that little kind of funny arc to it. So interesting to look at, but it can also kind of have a reality warping effect, which, depending on your preference, may or may not rub you the right way. There we go. I'm going to try to bring back just a little bit more of the body of it. That's too much. Yeah. And those are my fingers, by the way, in case there was any question. And my left because I'm a righty and I'm out there shooting by myself. And the shutter button is on the right side, so there's really not a lot of choice as to which hand is going to be in the picture if it's going to be mine. So. That's already looking pretty sharp. Not going to worry with the blur because there's already a lot going on in this one. So let's hop into vignette. There we go. Yeah, I think so too. What's really interesting about the vignette I'm finding is that it does kind of give you that focusing element where it's more psychological, where it forces you to kind of focus on the section you want, but you're actually adding more contrast in those darker areas too, which is really cool. It's a multi-additive effect, and I really love how that happens. It surprises me still when I do it. There we go. Nice. Got another finger shot. Hi, Raisin Knight. Thank you for joining. How are things on your side? There we go. And now let's flip into the flat life, black and white. For the benefit of Family Craft Dad and Raisin Knight, we're using Paint.net, which has been my go-to piece of software since I've been practicing photography. I wouldn't call it the de facto or really even the most powerful tool, but it's free and it can do quite a bit, especially if you have patience and if you're willing to seek out particular plugins that accomplish closer to what you're trying to do from the community. So it's nice having the open source backing of that to really dig in and get somewhere. Ninja Zonza, am I saying that right? Good to see you. I'll wave back. Thank you for joining. It's good to have company. Yes, there are some things that do come across better in other tools. For example, there is Photoshop, which can do quite a bit, but I've not been unhappy with Paint.net. I've been able to do quite a lot, I feel like. So it does very well. And it does have some good utility and capability. There. Oh, Zanza's fine. Is it Zonza or Zanza? Where's the emphasis? I'll make sure I'm addressing you correctly. Zanza. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I haven't really played around much with GIMP, to be honest with you. Every now and then I toyed with the idea of trying other utilities way back when. I did use Photoshop, and we're talking the days of like version 5 and 6. When I was back in college and when I was interning at graphics companies like Time Warner during their ad agency. Then I was, more into that end of things, but since then, and since that version long went out of support and into the dust, Paint.net just kind of came around, and I've always been able to find what I wanted to do within that software. Yes, Raisin Knight. Believe it or not, every now and then, Paint still has its uses, like for grabbing screenshots, maybe resizing something. It hasn't gone completely obsolete, but yeah, as a photo editing tool, it doesn't quite have the magic anymore. That looks pretty cool as a black and white. Let's hop on over to the sepia tones. Make some similar adjustments in the curves in the map. Nice. Yeah, there are lots of other screen grab tools. I'll admit to that, but it's another one of those things where you use what you're familiar with, and I guess I'm old-fashioned that way. So let me see what else is on the docket here. I think I can squeeze in one more here. Yeah, the last episode where I was attempting some of these structured shots with the leaves, it took me a lot of tries to figure it out, and granted I was working on a stream with flowing water, and there were a lot of things working against me, but good try, good practice for trying that. Yeah, masterful, it's very kind, Family Craft Dad. Yeah, these are my recordings from years ago, yep. I have them running in the background just to have something so it's not quite so boring and you don't accidentally become so interested in the sound of my voice. Because I have to refresh every now and then. Alright, let's crack onto this one. Oh yeah? How much did he pay you there? What's the going rate there, Family Craft Dad, and what's my percentage of that? By the way, I saw a lot of excitement generated on your Christmas build there. How's that going there, Family Craft Dad? 25 cents. That'll get you a gumball. That's not a bad day's work. Yeah, gotta have my royalties. So this one, you might take one look at it and say, what is it? And I'm kind of doing that myself right now. Some of what I was looking for was, I wanted to try to take something that was somewhat high and sort of along kind of the presentation background trend. I really wanted to try to take something that had a lot of different pieces to it and try to shape something into it. So kind of curious to see what I can create here. Yeah, it's done. Nice. Yeah. Look forward to seeing that too, Family Craft Dad. Awesome. So on this one, let me see. There's this stump here, which I thought could be kind of interesting. Way down in there. And leaves and things. So let's see what we can do. First thing we got to do is pull out all the detail that we can. Oh yeah, nice. Raisin Night. What kind of art you working on there? FCD. Go with FCD. From collectible delivery. Forth cometh Dominoes. Who am I working for, or who is Raisin Knight working for? Because I can't tell you. I'd have to kill you. Huh. Oh, yes. Those thingamajigs. Those are very lucrative. Thumbnail channel art. So is this like an avatar type of thing, or not plugged into the... Okay. Not to neglect the piece I'm working on. Let's see. Dig in some of the darks. Ooh, okay. This is becoming interesting. Okay, yeah, avatar, cool. Cool. So what kind of character is this? Rugged, robotic, fantasy, sword wielding. Where's that going? This will be the only time you'll probably see me use the hue and saturation. Ooh, what is that? That's very interesting. Stuff that happens when you're not paying attention there. Fantasy Conqueror, okay. Cool, is this going to be kind of the Final Fantasy oversized sword type of motif? Because I dig that. Yeah, normally if I'm going to do colorization, I'll stick with vibrance because it does kind of a nice mix of all of them without shifting away from tone too much. But sorry, Famicraft Dad. I didn't recognize it immediately. It hopped off my playlist and I have no idea where it went. Huh. Let's see, are you on here somewhere? We can hook you back up if you don't mind. There you are. Why not? You're here. We'll give you an homage. All right. Nice. Does she still sing much, or what's going on over there? Does she have that opportunity often? Just see what happens here. Every now and then I like to try this. Yeah, that makes it too blah. I don't like that. Back that off. Okay. A little punch to that one. Nice. Yeah, there she is. Yeah. I really want to kind of dig into the dramatic a little bit on this one to try to pick it out, but probably better off doing that before we apply that. A lot of energy in there. Might not even need my coffee tonight. Where was I going? There we go. Okay. Now, let's wrap that up in a VIN. Okay, now this one's probably going to be strictly in the extremes just because of the nature of what it is. And again, this is more of an experiment to kind of see what we could do with this. So it's probably going to get surrealistic at some point, but That might be the best we can do for that now. I'll rethink that one. Maybe adjust the concept a bit. All right. Well, as things stand, I really appreciate everybody taking the time to come and watch. I do hope it was somewhat entertaining and an evening well spent. I had a great time with you all. And yeah, I hope you guys can come back the next time. Usually try to hit it up on Saturdays. And this thing is running away without me. And all of a sudden there's impromptu advertising in the background. Anyways, thank you all so much. Really appreciate that. That's about the end of where I'm able to get to for the night. We'll do more another time, but please do come back. Yeah, you're welcome to join me anytime. Again, Saturday nights, usually about 9 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do it again then. Everybody have a great night. Take good care.